Hello, quilting friends. Happy Feature Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me in my sewing studio today. I appreciate y'all being here. This week, we are going to talk about deleting our layout spaces that we may have saved. So last week, we deleted patterns that we may have imported or that we may have adjusted and edited. This week we are going to delete layouts because we can quilt and save layouts all the time, and they tend to stack up after a while. And this was a question that one of my quilting friends had while we were at Houston, and I showed her how to do it. And so I figured if she had the question, there might be other people out there who had the same question. So we are going to look at how to delete a saved layout space. I'm going to turn y'all around to my Butler Robotics screen and we'll get started. All right, everybody. So here we are in layout. And I know that I've done videos before to show you how to save your layouts and how to pull your layouts back up by going to your file here. And you can see that I've got quite a few things saved in here, and I don't need pretty much any of these anymore. I couldn't even tell you what some of them were. So it is time for me to delete some of these. And you would think that I could delete from this screen here. So there's lots of things on this screen, but I cannot delete from here. I'm going to show you where we need to go to delete some of these layouts that I have that I no longer need. So I'm just going to hit cancel here down at the bottom. And here we are back at our regular layout screen. You can see I've got layout highlighted over here, and I've got all of my features over here. And to start deleting layouts that we've saved, we've got a handy dandy trash can down here at the very bottom on the right hand side of our display. And that is how we are going to delete layouts that we've saved. So I am going to hit my trash can, and when I do that, it brings this list back up of those layouts that I have saved, and I can delete them from here. So I am no longer doing my Alice quilt because I finished that quilt. That was the quilt that had little Alice in Wonderland fabric on it. So I am going to highlight Alice quilt. It's going to bring Alice quilt down here to file name, and I can hit open. And when I do that, I get a brand new pop-up box that says, do you want to remove the layout file data.com Quilt Easy Perfect Stitch Layouts alicequilt.qla. So if I change my mind, I can always hit the X mark and go back. But because I want to delete this, I'm going to hit my check mark. And it says file deleted. So I can hit my check mark from here. And now when I go back into my little layout save file, Alice quilt is no longer here in my list. So it's that easy to delete saved layouts. I'm going to hit cancel, and we'll do this one more time. I'm going to go to my little trash can at the bottom right-hand corner of my display, and it's going to bring out all of the layouts that I have saved, and I no longer need the layout that says pumpkin layout. So I'm going to highlight pumpkin layout. It brings pumpkin layout down here under file name. So I'm going to come over to the right-hand side of my display and hit open. I get my pop-up asking me if I really want to remove this file, and right there it says at the very end pumpkinlayout.qla, and I'm going to hit my check mark, and it says file deleted. So it's not obvious from when you're in the file folder. You don't delete directly from here. You have to go to your little trash can first. So quilting friends, that is a quick and simple way for you to clean up any layouts that you've saved in there, quilts that you've done in the past that you don't plan on going back to, keeping your files neat and clean so you don't have to go hunting around for things when it is time to pull out a layout that you are working with. I tend to try and clean these out every so often just so that I don't have too much saved up in there, and then I get confused because I tend to name things the same a lot. I tend to use colors, so I'll call it the purple quilt, and I end up using purple a lot. And don't even get me started on calling things polka dot quilts, because you know I use polka dots in everything. So that's your easy, breezy way to delete, save layouts, and I hope that helps all my quilting friends out there. Y'all have a great and safe weekend, and I'll see y'all next week. Thanks so much. Bye.